Hello, pre-algebra class. This is for lesson 70. I know a lot of you have finished this already, but some of you haven't. And so this is to help those who haven't. So here we go. So lesson 70 has to do with adding signed numbers. Basically, a signed number is something with a negative or a positive before it. And so if there's no sign in front of it, you automatically know that it's positive. So this is telling us to add a -3 plus a +5. You could just say -3 plus 5. What they're doing is putting them in the parentheses like this, just so it draws your attention to the signs in front of them. So you'll train yourself to watch for them. And so the best way to think about this, because kids have a hard time with negative numbers, is to think about money. So if you had if you owed your friend $3, so you were in the hole $3, and then you gave your friend $5, you're actually giving them more than you owed. And so now you're not going to be in the hole anymore. You're going to have a surplus. They're going to owe you, basically. So -3 plus 5 actually turns out to be a +2. You could rewrite this so the positive is in front of the negative. You could say 5 plus -3. Or 5, a positive and a negative make a -3, and it turns out to be 2. That's a lot of work. And you have to make sure that you get your rules right about the signs. Remember the signs. I'm not sure if you know this, but a plus and a plus is a positive. A negative and a negative is a positive. A plus and a negative is a negative, and a negative and a plus is a negative. So anytime you have two signs right next to each other, like in this case, a plus and a negative, or in this case, a plus and a plus, these are your rules. If the signs are the same, they will give you a positive result. If the signs are opposite or different, they will give you a negative result. Those are just a couple of rules. Let's do a few more. What will this equal? So here you have a +3 plus a -5. So this means you have $3, but you're going to lose $5. So you're going to lose more than you have. So you automatically know that your answer is going to be negative. So if you have $3 and you're going to lose 5, the difference between 5 and 3 is 2. But you have to make sure that you have your negative. Let's do another one. -1 plus -5 plus +7. So you have -1, so you owe $1. And then you have -5, you owe $5 more. So far, you owe -$6 because you just kept going in the hole. But then let's bring everything else down. So you owe $6, you're in the hole, but now somebody gives you $7. So now you're not in the hole anymore because you have more than you didn't have. And so you have a +1. The difference between 7 and 6 is 1. And since the 7 is positive and it's larger, your answer is going to be positive. Up here, the bigger number was negative, so that's going to give you a negative answer. Let's do another one. -4 plus +3 plus -5 plus +7. All right. So we have some negatives and positives here going on. And so the best thing to do is to do it in groups of 2. So we have -4 and a +3. The 4 is bigger than the 3. What's the difference between 4 and 3? 1. But since the 4 is bigger, the 1 has to be negative because that goes with the bigger number. And we bring down this plus, and then let's do these two. You have a -5 and a +7. The difference between 7 and 5 is 2. Now, will this 2 be positive or negative? It will be positive because the bigger number is positive. And now we can find our answer for this. -1 plus 2. The difference between 1 and 2 is 1. Will our answer be negative or positive? It will be positive because the 2 is bigger than the 1. Okay? And one more. -1 plus -2 plus -6 plus 5. Now remember, we don't have to have that plus there. If there's no sign, we assume it's positive. So let's break these into 2 parts. We have -1 and -2. Okay, this is different. You don't find the difference of them because the signs are the same. So you're $1 in the hole, you go $2 more in the hole, and now you're 3 in the hole. These signs are opposite. You have -6 and 5. So you're -6 in the hole, but all of a sudden you get $5. Now how much are you in the hole? Only $1. Bring down your plus sign. Well, over here you're -$3 in the hole, and you're -$1 in the hole. Together, that makes you -4 in the hole. So again, if you can think of this as money, that will help you a lot because we all understand money, and none of us likes to owe money or have a negative balance. All right, good luck.